Hello and welcome to episode 107 of Unqualified Game Chat. I'm your host, Azario Lopez, and with me today is the ever so cozy Spencer, the Legacy.
Hello. You can't really see with the coloring, but this is like my parents bought me this hoodie for Christmas, and it's the exact color of like Captain Kirk clothing. So I walk around the house and I look like William Shatner. It's great.
It also kind of matches your skin tone, so you're
Yeah,
walking around naked.
I'm walking around naked. I'm in one of those shirts where it's like abs. In that, so I look buff. Yeah.
It's a nice hoodie. I like that color. I think I bought a crew neck of that color. I'll wear it next
Yeah.
week so we can
It's
compare.
nice.
It's a nice color.
Hell yeah.
Um, we haven't seen each other in a couple weeks.
No, we were off for the holidays, as many of our viewers probably were too. We're so busy with family and friends and gatherings and all that stuff.
How
So
many times did you think about me over the past
every damn
2 weeks?
day,
Every damn day. That's
every
my
damn
answer too.
day.
That's exactly my answer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I was like, I wonder what Spencer's doing right now.
The
Right
answer
now.
is probably not
Right now.
much because the damn holidays, eating food, feeling sick.
Did you get any writing out of the way? Any
Did I?
ideas?
I wrote the review for the Alien VR game that I talked about. Otherwise, no, it was mostly just like my sister came to visit with her fiance, and then my friends came up. So it was mostly just busy holidays with the loved ones. But
What did you get
now I'm
for
back.
Christmas? What was your favorite gift?
My parents got me tickets to see the Back to the Future musical in July. That's
Not
exciting.
bad.
Not bad. And
Not
then
bad.
lots of cool adult stuff like shirts and hoodies, and then some action figures for, for continuing the adult line.
You're very easy to shop for.
I'm very easy shot because I'm just like, oh, I have a big display of like Marvel comic figures. I'll add anyone to that. You can't go wrong. Which is same with like my friends got me like One Piece figures, and it's like perfect. Bam presto
My
shelf.
my problem definitely with buying gifts is that I will buy them for myself.
Fair. You see something, you're like, I can't afford not to.
No, 1 year. So the first year that me and my current girlfriend were dating, she bought me what was it? I think it was the Persona on PSP.
Oh, nice. The one with the
Uh
CE.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so she got me just the standard edition. She
Mhm.
didn't get the collector's edition with the box or whatever. But she didn't tell me that she got this for me. So I go
Oh,
to
so you
this
got
other
yourself it.
dude, I go to this other video game store and I see it there for pretty good for a cheaper price than what she bought the standard edition. I bought
Wow.
the collector's edition for like $80, I think, and I think she got the standard for like I think it was going for like 110 around that time.
Yeah.
But I brought it home and she saw it and she was like, "God damn it! Like that's what I got you for Christmas."
But
And so now
then
I'm
you
not
got
allowed
both
to buy.
editions.
Yeah, well, I think I sold the one that she bought for more than what she bought it for, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so I kind of
Perfect.
just got my money back on the
Yeah,
collector's
that's
edition. So I
good.
have the collector's edition now with all the crap inside, and
Nice.
um,
Oh,
yeah.
and you
So
can
I'm not allowed to buy games around Christmas time anymore.
you have to clear them. Be like, is this safe?
Yeah, well, also I told her I don't know. This is you're getting some inside baseball about how it feels dating Azario, but I was like, you know what, like don't buy me video games, that's too easy, like, "Oh, so you know the
Challenge
bare
yourself.
minimum about me? You need to
Yeah.
dig a little deeper and really unpack what is Azara Lopez, and see what happens, see where you come up with there." Because and I think this year she got me a nail gun, and I was like, "That's what
Whoa.
I want.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Handyman
about."
Azario.
Oh, I love a good tool, let me
Hell
tell you.
yeah.
I don't use them often, but when you need them, having them, oh, like I needed to build some storage in the garage, and I had an old table, and I turned the old table into a shelf,
Very
and
nice.
yeah, is I got to connect to the wall because a wall's pretty big when you think about it, you know?
Hmm.
And so the roof could hold some stuff, so I put a bunch it's inside baseball, like I
Hell
said.
yeah.
But
Those are good
I had
gifts.
all the tools to do it, and that felt good.
That's perfect. I also got, you can kind of see it here. My friend bought me a plushie of Mr. Frog from Smiling Friends.
That's pretty cool.
It's like a cool bootleg plushie from Amazon.
It's a
It's really funny. I love it. This is a really good gift.
that reminds me of like the Kingdom Hearts action figures that you can
Oh, I have
buy.
so many of those bootleg ones.
They look even the official ones look bootlegged.
Yeah. I
Like
bought
it
for like $20 on eBay when I was like 13. I bought like Sora, Axel, and Roxas. And like at this point, they're all yellow and their
yeah.
arms fell off. And
the
it's,
the
yeah.
black is like bleeding into like their
Yeah.
neck and like
Yeah.
their faces are all like weird.
I remember the Axel, like, because he has the cloak on, his
Yeah.
neck goes like this, and then there's nothing inside.
Yeah.
He'd like now just rattle his neck and head rattle around. It's I was not wise enough to be like, why would they? Oh, $20. That must be
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted
But
Sora and Roxas and Axel on my shelf.
I think in every nerd person's like lifetime, like in early college when I first had a job and was like making my own money,
Hmm.
I did the whole thing of going online and buying anime figures
Yep,
that I wanted, but I was like, "Oh, these are only like 15, $20. I'm gonna get a whole ton of them." But
yep.
you learn
Where to
sooner or
get them?
later that there is a tier higher of the ones that you're buying, and they're the
Yep,
ones that actually last and don't
yep.
uh like turn black or like the eyes aren't stickers, you and then you start
Yeah,
focusing more on quality.
yeah.
You start more
Less
getting
but bigger, better,
yeah.
more
Yeah.
high quality.
Yeah. I ended up actually donating a bunch of my figures to Goodwill
Nice.
and hoping that maybe one day
S-
I'll
A,
see
a poor
some
weeb.
kids
Yeah,
a Full Metal Alchemist poster too that I really liked, but
that's
I was
pretty
never
good.
going to put up.
Yeah, those are good finds for good. Some kid like will be like, "Wow, this is the last thing I expected to find at Goodwill."
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I needed to share my fandom because I mean, what it's just in my closet. It's not doing anything in there. It's not
yeah,
like I'm looking at it.
fair.
Um, I'm not getting into some Mary Kondo stuff. I'm not trying to get rid of anything. I
Yeah,
am a pack rat when it comes down to it.
me too.
It's honestly kind of hard to even throw away some of the press stuff that we get because I'm thinking like, well, somebody someday would like
Oh
this.
yeah, a lot of this shit, like the her, like Natsume would always give us stuff like Harvest Moon,
Yeah, little
little like
cows.
plushies of cows and sheep and stuff, and I'm sure one day those will be like because they were only available at those things.
Yeah,
So I'm
those
sure one day they'll
E3s. Yeah.
be pretty big. Same with, I mean, like you get lots of random shit, even like pins and all sorts
I'm
of random
super
shit.
lazy about selling stuff though, so that's another issue. Is
That's
that
true. It is a
is
lot of
that
effort to sell something.
the
It's not like an RPG.
talking.
You don't walk to a store
Yeah.
and be like, take all these things. How much money do I get? You have
No.
to find, go put it on eBay. You have to package it. You got to send it. Oh,
I'm a little too lazy for that. It
yeah.
even took me I was supposed to send, Bailey this, box of crap that I was supposed to give him, but it took me,
Mm.
like, 2 months to even package that up for him, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that's just how lazy I am, so I know myself, and I know I wouldn't be able to ever
Only
sell
when times
anything.
are truly desperate will eBay
Yeah,
Azario
yeah,
come out.
if I'm like, "Do I eat? Do I play
Yeah.
these video games?" I'll
Yeah.
definitely
Then we might get eBay Azario arc.
Yeah, there's been times. There's been times,
Mm.
I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but one time I came across at a thrift store, I bought a box of unopened PS2 games
Mm.
for, this graffiti game, and, I was like, "Oh, this is like" they were selling it for like $20, and I was like, "Okay, I'll buy this box of unopened games," and I've never heard of this. It's like, I have one copy left, but I ended up selling all of them. And
Yeah.
people on eBay, and it was so the process of, like, these guys wanted to know take a picture of the folds and stuff like
That's
that, like, they were
crazy. Yeah.
yeah, they wanted the picture of the box and just, like I so what I did was I saw what the game was going for, and then
Hmm.
I fucked up the market by selling it for $50 less.
Whoa, that
Because I
rocks.
didn't really need the money, but I really
Yeah,
wanted to see it reflected
yeah.
on gameprice.com or price chart.
You were the change
I
in
wanted
it.
to, and
Yeah.
it did for a while. I think that game is rare again, but yeah, sometimes it's good if there's a retro game that you're looking for, just put an alert up. You
Never know.
sooner or later
Azario
you'll
might
get.
sell his copy cheap and tank the market for you.
Yeah, I'm always all I hate the market. I hate
Yeah.
reseller markets. I would
Reseller markets for games
gladly,
are so annoying.
yeah, I'd gladly fuck that up if I had the means to.
I'm so glad. Like every time I see prices for retro games, like I'm so glad I got like one copy of at least one of each of the Pokemon games they came out. Because
Oh yeah,
but like playing Pokemon Black or like Diamond or something, like it's absurd. It's like
yeah.
$200. I'm
Good
so
luck.
happy I have like hard gold and shit because God,
Do
like
you have
I can't
do you have the
imagine never playing
Pokewalker
them.
too?
I have it
Right
right
here.
here. I do.
I use
Still
it every
works.
goddamn day.
It's a really I have a little Togepi in there. I don't know if it'll pick up, but
No.
it's wasn't it like it was like considered to be the best pedometer ever at the time by
For a
some
while,
health
yeah, I used it.
organization.
I took it on tour with me one time when
Yeah,
yeah, it's cool. It's a cool little
raise your
thing.
little Pokemon.
That was a cool device. We have stuff to talk about today,
We
I
do.
promise.
We
But
do.
we catching up is also
It's tantamount.
as important. Some house cleaning. We have a newsletter. I
Mhm.
have to apologize to Spencer because we did not post the
I saw
version with
that. I
his
was like,
insert in there.
"Ooh, I got cut for space." Ooh.
It wasn't even that because there's that huge
I thought it was
Tekken
because
8.
we both picked Rebirth.
No, I thought I Mark just didn't do
Mm,
it.
that's fine.
And
That's fine. No, I get
there'll
it.
be more
These things
chances.
happen.
There's only 12 more issues until the next game of the year one,
That's true. Next game of the year,
So this
December
is
2025. That'll be
a
my time to
monthly
shine.
newsletter that we're doing for Noisy Pixel for our Patreon to kind of get people involved and looking at our, I don't know, no one wants to read. I feel like people don't like reading things, and ads kind of screw that up, so I want to put it in a more digestible format, and
Mhm.
a gaming magazine style is what we thought of, and it works.
It's
Like reading
cool.
reading the interview in that format is a
It's
lot more
nostalgic.
fun
Yeah.
than scanning a desktop page. Too many
Throwback.
distractions on a desktop.
Yeah. Feels like you're reading Nintendo Power or EGM or official PlayStation magazine again. And you're
Yeah,
like,
Mark
ah,
did an amazing job of designing that. Um, completely. I was trying to cut so many corners during the design of that.
mm,
What we ended up doing was buying a license template off of like Adobe stock,
nice.
and I was like, "Oh, just use this, and we'll just make it as cheap as possible or whatever." And he took that, and he just like he basically, it doesn't look anything like what the templates was. He basically
Yeah.
just took the fonts
Wow.
and created new logos, new page layouts, and just ran with it. So did a great job, I
Hell yeah.
think, of owning it and cutting down on my laziness. I can be kind of lazy sometimes, and I don't mind cutting corners most of the time, but it's good to have people around you that'll
I would
hold you.
never accuse you of being lazy. Like you
Yes.
you do so much insane shit all the time.
I
that
I I
I
guess
don't
I
know.
guess I guess I need to be more organized
That's fair,
with
maybe,
things. I
yeah.
need to set up more reminders. I hold a lot of information in my brain, and then people like ask me stuff and I try to grab it really quickly, but I think writing stuff down helps me a lot more, and I
Yeah,
need to start doing that.
that's fair.
Um I think I have ADHD,
Mm,
but I don't want to admit it,
yeah.
cuz
Once you
that's
admit it, you truly have it.
yeah, yeah. That's like
But
when I'm
once you admit
sick,
it, you can tackle it.
yeah. Yeah, I've been taking these like all natural, like it's like a dopamine kind of
Yeah.
thing. It's in avocados and stuff. It's you can get it naturally, but I think I need more of it.
Mm.
But taking these pills, like
Supplement
I'll
things.
look at it. It's like L-trimazine or something like that, stupid. And it's saying it says it helps focus and ADHD people. And I started taking it, and I was like, whoa, like I don't hate things as much, or whoa, like it allowed me to work through the day. For a while, I would work for like 2 or 3 hours, and I would want to take a nap. I
Yeah,
would want to just
I've
like,
had phases like that.
and it's not even that I'm doing anything in bed. I just lay down, put the blanket over, and just fucking
Yeah,
vegetable. I
you're
just,
out.
yeah, I don't, my brain's not working. I'm not thinking. That's why I like going to the gym, because uh I went to the gym the other day, and every time I go to the gym, Mark knows, because I'll call him right after with a bunch of ideas that I got
Yeah, because
while
you're
at
like you're so busy doing something like your creative brain or whatever.
yeah.
You're like, okay, it's like showering.
um we're gonna be live streaming weekly soon with me, Mark, and this guy Jose, and that's mostly because we have good chemistry with this guy
Hmm.
Jose, and he's one of Mark's closer friends. But it's an important part of streaming, just like me and your relationship is an important part of the dynamic of this and the
Yeah,
success of this podcast. I think people relate to. So that's important, is if you're going to stream with people, make sure you get along, make sure there's
yeah. A meltdown on stream with someone
oh
would be a disaster.
oh my gosh, I
Even
did
just
a
awkward like banter.
yeah, you say a joke and they don't really get it, and they're like,
Yeah,
wow, what the fuck does that mean?" Or something,
yeah.
like they
And
just
it's
get
like,
like,
oh
"Oh,
man.
fuck. Let me stop
Uh,
everything and explain this situation so that I don't look like an asshole." I think
yeah.
once you talk for a living, dude, you're gonna say something out of pocket, because
Hmm.
you start pulling from all of these,
From dark corners.
yeah, just to make
Hmm.
a just to make a good joke.
Fill space.
But yeah, we'll be live streaming soon, and it's gonna be pretty interesting because we don't really come on camera a lot.
I would hope not.
Yeah. I mean
I would hope
I
not.
mean,
You
don't
gotta.
knock it till you try it, but
Noisy Pixel is going to be exclusively on Chatterbait, and let's just say it's a lucrative combo.
very lucrative, very
Uh,
lucrative. But yeah, I don't know why I don't. Um, I came on camera for or I was on camera for the Game of the Year stuff, and
yeah,
everyone was really nice to me, and I was like, I don't know why I've been so reluctant.
afraid.
Yeah. It's when you put yourself out there, and you take down the curtain, and you show yourself, like, there's a separation of disbelief. It's like, I want to put myself out there, but also I need to recognize that there's nuances in
Hmm.
this dynamic. Like, yes, we all share the same thing, but where do you draw the line at friendship? Where do you draw the line at colleague? Where do you draw the line at peer? And I do like peer is
Yeah,
where, like, I do believe that is the most, like, professional way to describe fellow gamers and fellow journalists
I
and
agree.
fellow industry people. It's like, these are my peers.
Yeah,
I don't I don't talk for them. We
yeah.
don't
They don't talk for me.
and they don't talk for me.
That's
But
a live streaming itself is also like scary because it's live. Like it's. I've been thinking about live streaming again recently, and like because I haven't done it for years, but I did a little bit. And like when I make a video, that's totally different because
Mhm.
I record something and then before anyone other than me ever sees it, I've gone through it a million times. I've cut all the parts that don't work, and I rearranged it and blah blah. But with live streaming, it's like it's out there. Like if this show was live, they like everything we're saying this second would already be out there. So
Yeah.
just anything regrettable or like that you didn't intentionally say, like you stutter or whatever, is like already there. So you gotta be prepared to be like, okay, whatever I say here, everyone will know forever. So you gotta be your regular self.
I think, to our credit, we don't I think we haven't really I've never really cut anything from our shows. I think
No,
the
we
only
don't
times
really say anything evil.
Yeah, I think the only times we've ever had, like, like issues is in our intros when we are forced to be kind of creative
Yeah,
in those
that's
2-minute
true.
intros. It's like, okay, oh, fuck, what's a funny thing to kind of start this show?
Even
Sometimes
like
you get some
episodes
out of
when we've
pocket
cut
shit.
them. Yeah, even episodes when we've cut them, it's not like, oh, this was evil. Like we said, bad things, or like, oh, it's typically
No,
like, oh, it was just like the energy was off, or oh, we were
yeah,
both
it was
tired.
very weird joke or very weird energy. It's
Yeah,
like, I didn't really like the even I can be down on myself sometimes when I am trying to be kind of creative in I'm like, oh fuck, why did I say that?
yeah.
Like down on myself, but we don't do it much here.
No, not
I try
really.
not to. I
We
try
try.
not to.
We positively support each other.
Yeah, I hear some podcasts where like you can hear like these long pregnant pauses between their conversations as they're
Mhm.
trying. We don't have that shit.
No, I was used to it when I ran that Kingdom Hearts podcast I made. I was such like a detailed editor. I would any pause that was slightly too long, I'd like cut like 4 milliseconds. I would like do all the noise removal like
Yeah.
additionally on these parts. It was, but yeah, we don't need to do that really.
Now they have
We
tools
didn't
that
need to
do that
before,
for you
but
too. It's kind of
yeah,
crazy.
that
It's
is
kind of
great. That
crazy.
would have saved me so much time, but it made me a really good editor. So it was good training.
Well, let's get into some video games,
Yeah,
actual video game
let's
discussion.
do it.
Oh, you know what I wanted to tell you? I
Yeah,
forgot to tell you. I was explaining to it earlier,
tell
but
me.
that Mark thing. So we are live streaming, but while I was at the gym, I was thinking about funny, maybe not even funny, but like ways that we could, because we call our community nerds.
Mhm.
But I was thinking of a way to like brand that into like because everyone says nerds. So I thought of Baka Boys,
Baka Boys. I like that.
and surprisingly, I trademarked it because no, I didn't trade. I LLC'd it because nobody was using it.
Yeah,
Uh, so it's I guess that for now it's copyrighted,
you're the
but
Baka Boys.
but and there's gonna be Baka girls too,
Yeah,
but 99% of our audience on YouTube at least
viewership
is
wise through the metrics. Yeah, there's
yeah,
more Baka Boys.
I could maybe check. Let's for funsies, let's see where we are in the grand scheme of things. This is the hard-hitting um podcast stuff you get when you listen to Unqualified Game Chat. Analytics, audience. All right, for Noisy Pixel.
Yes.
Noisy Pixel. Uh oh, 93% male,
Hey, that 7%. Keep at it. You're doing good.
6.8% female. That point
Oh.
3, that point 3 is unspecified.
Oh, okay. Well, point three. Hello.
Keep it up.
Six
Keep fighting
point
the good
eight.
fight.
What's going on?
What's
The
going on?
90 other percent. You guys are used to hello. Like
Yeah,
we
you
see
know
you in
us.
the comments. So
I I would I think I think this year we will have a lot. Maybe we have a video series idea working with our resident VTuber Camille on staff to do
mhm.
some cozy game roundups, and I think
Ooh,
that'll bring a more female audience.
probably, yeah.
Um, but she is a VTuber and strangely kind of popular. Like she has her own Wikipedia page, so
Wow.
it's kind of
That's pretty
cool.
impressive.
Like when I saw that, my tone kind of changed. Her name is Captain Camille. She writes for Noisy Pixel, but yeah, great person.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, so uh but VTubers are the path and Noisy Pixel has one.
Let's become VTubers. Let's do this podcast with Blender avatars that we make of VTubers.
Why not?
Let's
Why
do it.
not? Just
That'd be
we'll do
fun.
like a community episode where they had like the puppets that one episode,
Yeah,
or
it'll be like the puppet episode or the clay episode. It'll
yeah,
be
it'll just be
a
like a random
VTuber
one
episode.
off of us
It'll be
just
my little like white Ace Bonanza guy with the spikes, and then you'll be your own OC, and it'll be just like this.
just this
It'll literally be the exact same show, except it doesn't look like us. Like, we
I'm
never
down.
acknowledge it.
Like that there was that one episode where we wore sunglasses.
I remember that.
We never said
We
anything
never
about it.
we never mentioned it ever. I remember that. I forgot about that. That is true.
You got to keep things fun.
Got to keep things. We have fun. We
We
have
do.
fun,
If say
fellas.
say what you will about this show and
Yeah,
the fact that we've gone 25 minutes without talking about video
talking
games.
about video games. Yeah, but we have fun. We,
But we
if you're still listening, that we appreciate that.
yeah,
Because I'm sure a
we'll
good
get
chunk of you
'em.
aren't. So,
Thanks for waiting this long. Baka boys, we're
Baka
here.
boys, Baka girls, and Baka unspecified.
It's
Thank you
called
all.
Baka brand, by the way. And
All you Bakas.
I
Thank you.
imagine that I can turn it into some kind of clothing brand later down the line
Yeah.
and just do like collaborations with artists that I really like and
Hell
illustrators
yeah.
that I
That'd
really
be
like.
cool.
Because as you're in this industry, you end up falling into different communities, and I kind of made my way into the indie community with like the Way Forward guys, which opened up this crazy door to all these illustrators and artists. And now
Oh, yeah, that would.
I just follow like the greatest like artists and game designers that I mean from it's like those people where you're like, fuck, these people are way too cool for me. But they're
Yeah.
probably thinking, wow, these people are way too cool for me. You
Yeah.
know,
The human condition really is to
yeah.
just constantly be like, I'm out of place.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
my main idea is just to like, well, I want to work with these people. How? Like, what do I need to do? Oh, make a shirt brand and then
How do you
try to
progress your social link with them?
yeah.
To put it in terms for all you
Yeah,
Bakas out
yeah.
there,
All the Baka boys out
all the
there.
Bakas who don't know how to progress human relationships, it is like Persona, yes.
It is definitely a
Yes.
social link. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about video games.
Let's talk about video games.
What did you play? What are
I
you playing?
played two things over the break. I played Silent Hill 2 Remake, which I just started last episode, and Dragon Quest 3 2D HD. Silent Hill 2, really good.
Really good.
Again, really impressed. Good job, Bloober. The I was I was kind of in like a depressive state when I was playing it, so it hit extra hard. That Silent Hill extra, the depression boost, where you're
Yeah,
just
you
like,
kind of those
yeah,
scenes, those character scenes, I can imagine you kind of feel the emotion a little bit like
yeah.
heavier. Like as they're
Plus,
playing out, you're like
James dresses exactly like I do when I go out. I have the green army jacket, the collared shirt under it, the blonde hair. I was watching. I was like, I don't have a dead wife, but you know, it's
I could.
I
Give me a
could.
year.
Uh, um, but it was, yeah. So I was playing it. I was just like, oh man, I'm totally vibing with this because I too am incredibly sad. So
Yeah.
I was playing it and it was great. I got the in water ending, which is probably the most depressing one. So that was great. Um, and then that was really good. I want to play Silent Hill 1 because I started a long time ago and didn't finish it, so I might play that again soon and start that. Maybe I'll stream that one day or something. I don't know. So that was great. And then Dragon Quest 3 2D HD, I blew through. It was my little holiday game, and wow, it was just so cool. It was once in a while I love to just turn off my brain and be like, play. It's like Dragon Quest 1, Final Fantasy 1,
Mhm.
where it's just like go to town, level grind outside town until you're really strong, sleep in the inn every night, buy better
Mhm.
equipment with the gold from the things, move on to next town. Where it's you don't have to think at all. But
The
this
story is
one,
kind of minimal in that game.
yeah, the story, it's like tiny vignettes. Like it's not, you kind of follow this one path through everything. So it's easy to just, especially Dragon Quest 3, the characters of your party, you create them. So there's no like, it's not like Dragon Quest 8 with Yangus and Jessica and Angelo and stuff. But it's so I had like my guy was Spencer because why not?
Because you're a hero.
I'm a hero. I'm a freaking once again, just like at PAX, the game was like, "You're a wonderful person," and I was like, "This is you're too nice to me. That's not true." Um, and then I named my beast tamer Fez, Phes, because when I played my first Dragon Quest Monsters 2 when I was a kid, I did random names on all my monsters, and my favorite monster, the little mimic guy, was that. I was like, "Oh, that's a nice little thematic thing." And then I think I named the girl Sasha, and she became a sage, and then martial artist wizard named Gordon because I was like, "What's a good fantasy name?" Gordon. But yeah, so I played through the whole game with this party and like did the class switches, and it was just it was gorgeous because it's the 2D HD aesthetic. I love Dragon Quest a lot too, so the music and the monsters and all that stuff was all very nice, and the added stuff like the monsters you can find and add to your group to fight in arena battles with, and the little story links that they put to Dragon Quest 1 and 2, like the post credit scene that I did not expect a post credit scene
Yeah.
in Dragon Quest 3 2D HD, but it was I was like, oh, I recognize that name they just said. So it was I don't know, it was a great time. I had a very relaxing time playing that. So it was a very nice palate cleanser after Silent Hill 2, where I
Oh,
finished it and I was
definitely.
just like, oh, that was upsetting. To be
Yeah.
like, oh, da, 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 da. To be like,
I'm back. Spencer's
I'm
back.
back, baby. Spencer's a hero, baby. But yeah, so those are my two games, and they're both excellent in very different ways. What did you play?
I did not play Visions of Mana.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
bummer.
that's a bummer because, like you were saying, comfort games. I think one of my comfort games would have to be Legend of Mana, where
Yeah,
I could put that on and I'll blow through it. Like I can get to
mm,
the end of the game pretty quickly,
yeah,
um, depending on how you lay down tiles and stuff like that. But yeah, that game I can just play. I just adore that game.
hell yeah,
So Visions of Mana, I did not get to play. I bought it, but you got to do the next step of putting it in.
yeah. That's the hardest part.
I played. Well, I could talk about it. I played Freedom Wars Remastered,
Ooh, I never
and you
played
know
that.
what? Super happy that they gave it to me before the holiday break. It
Mm,
would have sucked getting it Monday and then having to do the review for Thursday. Sometimes Bandai is known for that. They did Sword Art. They gave me Sword Art the day of launch and stuff like that. It's like, well, what the fuck? Um, so I played the Vita one um, when it launched, and I remember loving the Vita one because like Greg Miller and
yeah, Greg and Colin and everybody were
they
talking
would
about
all
it back
talk
in the
about
day.
it.
I remember that.
Yeah. Um, Ryan Clements
Mhm.
would talk about it a lot, and I those are the guys that Greg, Colin, and Ryan were like the guys I loved,
Yeah,
uh, getting me in this getting me in this industry, and when they were talking about it, I'm like, well, I love the Vita, and now they love the Vita, and they got all like the Beyond community to kind of buy
yeah.
Vitas and stuff, and for
Mm.
like 3 months, the Vita was considered cool, you know.
It was a
Uh,
wonderful 3 months.
it was,
It
and it
was
was like people talking about their Panopticons and
Gravity Rush,
yeah, dude, it
Persona
was a
4
cool
Golden.
it was such a great system that I think was written off for the silliest of reasons. I think it
Hmm.
was too ahead of its time, and I think Shuya Yoshida knew this, knew
Hmm.
what he was doing, and people made fun of it for being this indie station, and now all people want are indie games. I can only
It's like a portable
imagine,
Dreamcast. It would die
dude.
before it could blossom because people weren't ready for it yet.
I don't think the world was ready for something as great as the Vita.
Hmm.
It's an amazing system. It's an
You see those
amazing
rumors
system.
about them doing a little handheld again?
Oh, if they do, I'm right there day one.
Vita 2, baby. Vita the
Yeah,
sequel.
and I'll be better at getting every physical game as they come out for
I won't
for
take
that.
you for granted again. I'll buy every
Yeah,
game. I
yeah.
swear. I'll
There's a couple
pay all the
$200
money.
games that I had to buy that I don't
Yeah,
don't really appreciate.
that's fair. That
Yeah,
is a
but
lot.
I think I'm like 30 games away from a full Vita physical
That's
collection.
pretty good.
Like 30 or 23 or 30 something. It's the it gets weird because I have a lot of like the Asia English, and I
Hmm.
don't count those towards the just English. I'm saying just English releases. I think
That's
it's
fair.
23, and I think the whole thing for all regions is closer to like 30.
I have a
Um,
smattering of very random Vita. I have like Persona 4 Golden,
got to.
Uncharted, and then I have like Disgaea 3, and then like I think I have a Disney Infinity on there because I wanted the Spider-Man figure and the game
Yeah,
was dead, so it was like $5. So I
easy.
think I technically have the Vita version of Disney Infinity that I've never played, but
Oh,
yeah.
sick. There's
Also, I
there's
just have the most random assortment of little Vita games and both Danganronpas and stuff on there. So
the
that's my
goods.
Yeah, the good. That's why I bought it back in the day. I was like, I want to play Persona 4 Golden because I love Persona 4, but I especially want Danganronpa because I was reading it on Something Awful and I thought it would never come here, but it's coming here, so I gotta get a Vita.
I loved the days when we would get PS4 and Vita releases for the
Oh, that
same game.
rocked. And remote
Dude,
play.
yeah,
That rocked too.
playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth on my Vita was
Hmm.
so and then transferring the fucking save data to my
Oh
PS3.
man,
Dude, fuck yeah.
ahead of its
Because
time.
games like that need some portability. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
They just really do.
And
Uh
that
eh,
clearly was a really good method because that's what the Switch is now, where it's just it
yeah.
removes the upload part, you just pick it up,
Yeah.
and
And
ahead of its time.
ahead of its time. So playing Freedom Wars Remastered, I love this game because of the frustration that you feel when you first start playing it, because they have all like these penalties on you. You can't run, you can't walk, you can't be too far away from your accessory, you can't sleep. You can't be leisure in your room, like stuff like silly stuff like that.
Yeah,
And you slowly buy rights, and every little thing you buy becomes so important to you as a player because you remember what it's like to have nothing. and
yeah.
and in a game where I don't in a world where I do not care about customization, I'll wear the if I can, if it's only cosmetic, I can stick with the starter gear throughout the whole game. I don't
Mhm.
give a shit. But this game makes you love that you have the freedom
Yeah.
to
I earned the
yeah,
ability
I
to wear
fucking
these goofy
earned this.
clothes.
I am gonna wear these costumes. I am gonna do this. So I think it's brilliant game design for
I gotta play that.
yeah, for
It
something
sounds
that
cool.
is that was made on just like limited hardware. I think that was just like a brilliant rollout to a pretty straightforward game in
Mhm.
terms of, oh, you get weapons, you can break off parts of a monster and take its pieces and then make new weapons. Um, but I'm glad I don't know. It still translates to console though. Like I still felt that that um fun factor. Also having the two shoulder buttons definitely helped.
Mhm. It has that console pedigree.
Yeah, I think the shooting and stuff kind of was wonky on the yeah, at least you had the
Touchpad
analog
thing.
sticks on the Vita,
Mhm.
but yeah, you needed those extra triggers on
It's a
the
real Kid
top there.
Icarus uprising situation.
My biggest gripe was like the fucking menus, man. There's in your room alone, you have a start menu that you have to use regularly. You have the wall menu where you buy your rights and you look at all the stats and data, and then you have your accessory menu when you talk to her, which has like what you need to do next, or leaving when you have to when you need to leave the room.
Mhm.
But it's like you get so and then when you get out, Square turns into a fast travel menu, and it's like, fuck, like, oh, just fix this, you know? And I think
Yeah.
modern games have fixed that style of menus because early Disgaea games kind of fall into that realm too.
Yeah.
Where it's like too
100%.
many menus, like chill out.
Menutopia.
Um, and this one, like, yeah, you'll go to branching menus all the way down, and it's Vita, so it's like big buttons on everything too. So it's
Yeah.
not very.
So you
It's
can see it.
yeah, it's a great game. It's fun. I'm curious how because Tokyo right now, the Panopticon of Tokyo, clearly everyone who reviewed this game jumped in there or play tested it because
Mhm.
that region is just dominating. So I do hope they reset it when the game comes out.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, because my name is up there as the most person that's donated the most. And I'm like, fuck, well, everyone
Wow.
can see my fucking name right here,
Yeah,
like my screen name. It's like Noisy Pixel. I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Yeah,
That's a little
that
kid.
was kind of cool because I know that I'm gonna get kicked off pretty soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun story. I don't know how
Cool.
it's gonna do compared to Monster Hunter Wilds. Probably nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think fans of Monster Hunter are gonna bleed over to this game because in regards it is a little more straightforward and user friendly.
Yeah.
Um, but and it's more story focused.
Mhm.
in a lot of sense, but fun game. I gave it a 7.5.
Nice.
And then I've been playing 2 games for a review, and they were really long. I beat one of them, and I'm still trying to play through another one. And also a review that should be out today by the time this posts is my S4U review. It's an adventure narrative visual novel.
Ooh.
And but it's it's like pixelated, like you're looking at a screen most of the time, and you're in chat logs because it's based in 2011.
Oh,
And
neat.
the way you progress the game is you type on your keyboard and you press enter to send the chats. You don't have to actually type what they're saying. You just have to
Yeah.
type
You pick what
anything, and
they're. Yeah.
yeah. And you can backspace to change your response, and that's how you cycle through the
Whoa.
dialogue options. Really
That's
clever. And then
cool.
like after the day ends, you go out to reality in this pixel world, and it's very lo-fi, it's very
That sounds
cute.
cool.
Yeah, and then it's one of those personal coming of age stories, and it's very introspective in ways where, like, I think in a normal game, um you can have your main character get guidance from their supporting cast, and that's basically where it ends. But in this game, you pretend to be other people. So necessarily when this boss is yelling at you about something and you're responding to them as someone else. But here your mom's talking to you in this other chat room, and you're talking to her as yourself.
Oh,
And
okay.
you're playing you're playing yourself, and it's such a good, clever fucking game design. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
how it works in execution is that, like, your brain starts like confusing, oh shit, I forgot to be me. So one of the dialogue choices is probably something Mickey would say, who's the girl,
Yeah.
but it's like a question of who are you, even though they're your boyfriend. It's like, why would you ask me who I am? And
Yeah. That sounds
I
cool.
it is a very interesting game, and I'm glad I played it. And there's 4 romance options in the game. So
Wow.
yeah, because reality always has a little bit of romance,
A little bit. A little
a little bit.
sprinkle.
And that's my
Hell yeah.
we do have a cutoff, guys. That timer in the back there is actually
Oh, oh, that's why. Oh yeah. That's the time. That's the current time.
yeah,
I forgot I left
he
my
has
TV on.
he has a hard out at 8.
Yeah, my room's gonna explode. I have to fucking go. I forgot that was on. Oops.
It's cool. It reminds me to wrap it up, though.
That's funny. Uh,
um but yeah, it's been a nice break. It was nice to not be on my computer. I
hell
took
yeah.
4 days off of not being in front of
100%.
this thing, and coming back to edit a video, I was like, fuck, do I even remember how to use Premiere Pro?
Yeah. It's like, oh,
Like,
I've lost it all.
yeah. Um but it was a good vacation, and I'm looking forward to 2025. It sucks
Yeah.
that PAX East is now in May, so we have to wait a couple more
I
months
saw that, yeah.
before everyone hangs out. But GDC is coming up. Um but I think we're going to be together at PAX.
I hope so. I gotta
I hope so.
see. But ideal like I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Mhm.
out. I was looking at hotels, and it's better, and I learned that it's better to wait a little
That
bit.
makes sense. Yeah.
um but I'm planning on there is a place that we go to that's kind of like a walk away, but it's supposed to it's we're gonna plan some really cool stuff for Noisy Pixel, and if Spencer can go, Spencer Bits, and we'll
Mhm.
try to bring this new streamer guy Jose out for Jose Bits, and
All the
introduce, like,
bits you can handle.
too many bits. And that's what I think what streaming is gonna help is people, like, learn more about us and kind of
Mhm.
understand our mannerisms and stuff like that, and we build a real community out of that. We
Yeah,
take
see
we
the
take
real
all.
you.
Yeah, yeah. I think everyone deserves that a little
Everyone
bit.
deserves more Azario.
Yeah. Until you get too much Azario.
Yeah, everyone deserves the perfect amount of
Ooh, the
Azario.
perfect.
The perfect amount. Boom.
And with that, that's our episode, everyone.
Thank you
We had to
all.
wrap it up at the end. He does have a heart out at,
I do have a
uh,
heart out. It's
but
not my room
I
exploding.
didn't know our intro was gonna take that long. We just kept
Yeah,
talking.
we had a lot of catch up to do.
So sorry about that rambling, but I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and thank you so much for the support, and happy New Year.
Thanks everyone. Take care.
Bye.